Dear collectors, I have some objects that you might find interesting that I created on my Shapeways site. If you go to I'll set a link in the description below. If you go to that link, it'll bring you directly to my Shapeways site where I have a storefront called Nemesis Rising. That's Nemesis Rising. On that site, you'll find some of my objects that I created. The first one should be right up there. The first one is called Words of Power and Blessings in Latin door plaque. It includes a hexagonal type of plaque with a wreath and the words Opus Amare Salus Defendo Victoria Ora Terra Deus Amen, which means wealth, love, health, shelter, victory, heaven, earth, God, amen. And it comes in many different types of metals, ranging from your basic silvers to brass. It's good for door plaques. It would receive a nice patina if you had it in brass, I believe, and as well as it comes in gold, so if you wanted to mount it on the inside of your door frame or inside your office door frame, that type of blessing comes through these types of words of power. And there's a reason I say words of power. Latin was one of the original languages right after the fall of the Tower of Babel. A lot of people gathered in different corners of that area with their languages, and they left. They were issued out after the Tower of Babel fell. Nobody could get along, and the people that did connect with their languages grouped up and then moved on after the Tower of Babel fell. But Latin, again, ancient language, and these words of power ring true if you are into the law of attraction, which is something I talk about a lot in some of my books. One of my books, again, I'll link here so that you can see it, is a description of the type of energies that can be collected throughout your lifetime, in your lifetimes, if you believe in past life regression and past life experiences. These words ring true if you have an aspiration through law of attraction to attract more wealth. It's all there as far as it goes, the wealth, love, health. Again, the words of power are there within the object to be able to enhance it. And the wreath is just there for looks. And it looks beautiful in different types of metals such as gold, silver. It's even available in platinum. If you don't want it in solids, I offer them right now, and they're available right now in plated. So you don't have to go all out and spend what's listed. And what's listed is the price of solid gold, solid platinum, solid 18 karat gold, or solid rose gold, or even solid, I believe we have, I'm trying to make sure, so yes, 14 karat white gold, solid. These are made at Shapeways through an ingenious method of 3D casting and injection molding, as well as wax casting. They use 3D printers to get the most detail and finite details that you can get out of these objects. So you'll see a lot of there'll be slight imperfections on the things such as coins where they had to rub the burr off, where the tube of the funnel basically fills the coin bed of the wax cast. It has to be ground off. It's a slight imperfection, but that imperfection, I believe, makes it more of a beautiful coin, so you know that it's handmade. It's made with a lot of intention. A lot of people are getting results from these coins that I've created. From winning a couple $100s to a couple $1,000s. I myself won several $1,000s on the lottery using one of my coins and one of my charms that I'll eventually put into other videos. There'll probably be a second video. So please hit that like button if you like what you see in these objects. Tell a friend, tell another friend. I ask everybody to tell at least 5 family members and friends. It spreads the word and gets the word out as far as it goes for my designs. I'm a tinkerer. I like to make these designs in the spur of the moment. If I get an idea, I run straight to the computer and start banging it away. Uh, they're very fun to make on the site. They're very easy to make. You can turn a 2D object into a 3D object, make it into an amulet, make it into a pendant, make it into a ring. There's different types of software available there. So if it's something that you want to pick up, I've convinced several people to go here, and believe it or not, made them designers, and they're doing really well for themselves. So that's what's great. It's one of those things you can pick up and run with, and eventually you might stumble upon an item that you created that trends and sells thousands or millions of units. God be willing, you know what I mean? So what I'm also offering at this point on the second object is Goddess Lakshmi's Star in Sri Yantra. It'll be right there. It comes in different colors as well as different materials. It can come in different colors via hardened plastics. They're called, there are strong flexible plastic line through Shapeways. There's also different types of metals that are offered. I had to show just the stainless steel and the gold steels, as well as some of the metals. The finer metals will show a little bit of a blur, and that, I believe, in and of itself is because of the vibration from this particular yantra. This is Goddess Lakshmi's temple. This is one of the temples that she tends to go to in I don't know what plane of existence they're in, but it's very powerful. You can see that there's a vibration around the star. This is Goddess Lakshmi's star itself, and the Sri Yantra in the middle is the temple that she's usually been known and being as being associated with, the Mahameru in Sanskrit, I believe it is, and very beautiful. It stands out. It's on both sides. I printed it on both sides, so you may or may not have to wear it outside or inside the garment. If it starts to rub and it feels awkward, you might want to put it on the outside of your garment. It's just for an energy that you can collect through belief of that particular item. It's very powerful. It's obviously powerful because of the vibration that it was creating in the types of metals I tried to produce it in. Everything that has to do with mantras or the word Om, when I made the ring on the site, you can see it clearly that it was sending out so much vibration that the metal in the rendered picture was vibrating. Shows you that it works. So as far as law of attraction goes, what is it? How does it work? Belief in something. Belief in something strong enough that it will come true regardless of the outcome. How long you have to wait, nobody knows. Some people say 30, 60, 90 days, up to a year. If you put it in intention, if you put it out there in your will to do, it will come true. There's a reason that it's necessary for law of attraction to work. It has to be belief. A lot of people believing in one thing. Again, God said that if you believe in Him, believeth in me. He said, believeth in me, and all things are possible. With God, all things are possible. So that's what I believed. I started spreading out as far as I could. I wrote several books. There will be titles that I also have in other videos. So definitely hit that subscribe button so that you can find my site and check out some of the other videos. I've got a few posted so far about some of the books that I've written and pinned. So this next object here is the Yes pendant. It's very remarkable. This particular symbol is used in a particular type of law of attraction. When you have these three symbols together, the yen, the euro, and the dollar symbol, and they're connected like this, the way I've connected them through this particular font, it was beautiful the way it came together. I said, oh, it's got everything I wanted. It's a perfect type of pendant to wear to attract the law of attraction of money, and money is a big thing in this. It's got the yen, the euro, the dollar symbol. Saying the word yes, basically everything comes to you when you wear this particular object. It just seems to work that way through law of attraction. It's available in several different metals, from the solids to the plateds, as well as brass, bronze, stainless steel, as well as plastic. So if you have a phone that you'd like to hang this from, a smartphone that you'd like to hang a charm from, you would buy one of those little lanyards, which is you have to buy separately, and you would buy one of those little posts that you would buy separately. I was going to start producing these myself by ordering them and then putting them together so that you've got a little bit of the luck going with it, coming directly from the makers. Next, we've got the cartouche. Now, these are the cartouches. I'm going to post, let's see, one, two, I believe there's three of them. Right here is the cartouche of luck and wishes. It includes the symbol of the scarab, the eye of Ra, or also known as the eye of Horus, and the number 7 with the two hands holding the number 7 up, which is a very powerful number. The world was, according to theology, created in 7 days. There's the 7-day theory. There's a heart with a key, and then there's the Om symbol, all-powerful Om symbol, known as the center of the universe. The sun itself vibrates at the frequency of Om. A lot of people don't know that. Do your research into that. It's very interesting how the sun itself makes the sound Om when you listen to its frequencies. Then the second cartouche is called luck, light, life, longevity. Those 4 words were what makes up the Buddha swastika. A lot of people don't know that. It was known as luck, light, life, and longevity. Luck was an archangel. Light was the light bringer. A lot of people don't know who that was. Do your research into it. It's in a lot of my books. You should figure it out by now. If you have read any of my books, you'll know who light is. Now it's Jesus. Back then it used to be the bad guy. He got kicked out. So as far as it goes, life and longevity. 2 more of the particular types of archangels. The archangel of time, which is longevity, or the archangel of life. And they're basically very powerful. These symbols come together with the Chinese characters, as well as, I believe, they're the words. As small as they are, they're legible, which means that the printer was able to hit that small detail. The next cartouche, which is the third cartouche. Now, these are Egyptian cartouches with just the words printed and embossed on the inside. This one is the luck, love, prosperity, wealth, double happiness cartouche. So basically, it has the symbols, again, in Chinese, with luck, love, prosperity, wealth, and double happiness. Very important to have 5 of those symbols for many of my patrons that enjoy that, the symbology between the number 5 and the cartouche. As far as it goes, this next one is very remarkable. I called it the Crimson Corsair 2016. It's stamped with 2016 for this year. It'll be next year. There'll be another one printed with a new year. It's called Faux Pirate Booty. Now, as far as this goes, these solids are literally solid gold. When you get a gold coin that's solid and you're paying what the price is, and this is $2,016. This is the price it costs them to print this in solid gold. This is not plated. When you get it at the price for $2,016, 2016 to commemorate the year it was created, and solid gold, it's stackable. What's interesting about this model is if you notice around the ridges there, you can see that it has lips around the edge. So if you stack these together, reverse, front and reverse, front and reverse, they stack up. Why? Collect gold. There's a reason for it. There's a reason people collect gold. It's good in a down economy. It's good in a down market. It's always viable, and it's always going to be there. It's been there since time memoriam, when people used to trade it for goods and services way back in the beginning of time. It's got the symbol of the Jolly Roger, the Northern Star, basically pointing north. 2016, a wreath again. That wreath is public domain. It was one of the things that I decided to use to make it pop, you know what I mean? And then the words the Crimson Corsair. Stackable, highly collectible in solid golds. At that price, it's a steal. And on to the next coin, which I call the pawnbroker token. This is one of the things I suggest people do with these coins. The reason why solid golds are worth what they are. They're worth what they are, and they're worth the weight in gold. Literally, it's a phrase that was coined, again, coin, pun intended, a long time ago. As far as it goes, this particular coin is very remarkable. It's got the names of the 7 virtues engraved around the outside of the coin, just below the ridges. Now, this is another stackable, ridged coin that can stack reverse onto front, and you will be able to stack these and collect these. These are good for rainy days. Now, why do I say that? In a down economy, whenever the economy takes a dump, gold is always viable. You can go to a pawn shop in any town throughout the world with a gold coin, and if they can test it and say, oh, it's solid, they're going to give you money. Now, as far as it goes, that particular coin is the pawnbroker token. It says right on the front, pawn token, with a little banner, and then the number 777 with the in the middle. There's the compass. It's pointing downwards. It's 777 for gamblers. It's got the symbol off to the left for the pawnbroker symbol, and then it's got off and to the right the symbol of the keys. Cross keys basically means bail if you were arrested, so it's good for bail. And above the crown, again, king above country. We don't have a king. I know people say, oh, there's no king in charge of us. Maybe there should have been. Maybe you guys would be out of here already, back in heaven. You get one of these tokens and walk into any pawn shop, I'm pretty sure around the world they will take it if it's in solid gold. So instead of having to lug all your stuff, your guitars, you know what I mean, your guitars, your drum sets and everything to the pawn shop, you carry this one coin with you, and like I said, it's worth what its weight in gold. So if you have a particular idea that you've either drawn or that you've come up with and you know it's not copy written, I will tend to take design ideas, and I can produce pretty much anything that's 2D into a 3D object that's either a pendant or a ring. At this point, I'm learning a little bit more software as I go, as I'm learning with this particular suite of software. It's difficult, but I'm getting the hang of it, and it's a lot easier than it was when I first started. This one here is very remarkable. I liked it because it came out, it turned out, and a lot of them were able to be printed without too much of the problem being too thin. Now this one is the John 3:16 dog tags. If you have a loved one that's in the military and you want to show them a little bit of love, extra love, besides those care packages, including all that chocolate, you know what I mean? This is one of the type of medallions you would want to get them. It includes the entire passage of John 3:16, and it's available in 14 karat gold. I know the price seems a bit high, but this is solid gold, folks. This is not something that's gonna just be like, buy it and it tastes like 10. You know what I mean? This is solid gold. Solid gold. Available as well in premium silvers, as well as polished silver. I also offer it, I believe, yeah, it's only available in the solids. I didn't do this one in plated because it was just, the material wouldn't work for as thin as it was. These are pretty thin. These are the actual dimensions of an actual dog tag. So it can be worn with a dog tag silencer right next to your soldiers or your children's dog tags. And this is just one of those that's remarkable. You can carry it with you every day. It gets you that extra sense of pride and knowing that you're protected by something on high, like God, which everybody should believe at some point that he's got all our backs. You know what I mean? Especially when you're in the military. And if you're in the military, I highly suggest buy this for any loved one that you might have that's also serving the military: brother, sister, wife, cousin, uncle, granddad. Very great to spread the word on this one, folks. It's all dependent on word of mouth, and these videos, these short videos, allow me the ability to get out there and get in contact with everybody this way. So those are all the different types of objects that are available from the Shapeways site that I created through my store on Shapeways. Again, I'll link it below, so all you have to do is go to that website, look for the particular object you want in the store. I didn't post them all here. There's over, I lost count. I lost count. I literally did. I lost count. There were so many, I started making so many pendants and rings and necklaces, amulets. I'm going to post another video on this particular site because there are some objects that are more luck based, that are based on luck, and for my clientele that are into acquiring things that require good luck, those objects are special. So I had to put them in a separate video. I hope you don't mind. Maybe you'll hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and come back and look at some of the other videos and see if there's something else that you might like in the luck section. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm sorry if the video was too long. I'm going to snip some of this down and hopefully get it into a more viable video. Thank you so much. God bless.